Hello and welcome to the DFS_PhD show for today, the 12th of January. Remember, you're good enough, you're strong enough, and gosh darn it, someone's got to win that money. And congrats, we kind of rolling here in the Discord. Congrats to Meal24 on his Bink. And it just goes to show, it doesn't really matter if you get a snowflake in there, guys. I was thinking about that too with Shaden Sharp. I was like, he's really cheap now. And I mean, even if they do get blown out, maybe he gets there. And I mean, I didn't think 16 would do it, but this was impressive. And you also like to see it not being a problem where you take down in a smaller tournament, and you would have also taken down the big one. The big one was 363. It was outrageous to win 100K last night. I did well in the night slate. I completely stacked the game that didn't blow out, and the other game did. So that was great. And Bradley Beal smashed in the three quarters he had. Would I have liked a little bit less of what was it, Nurkic? I think there was like random amounts of Nurkic that took this down $1,000, but we'll still take. I had multiple 6 to 8 satellite ticket wins yesterday, so we always like to see the process working. Now, on to today. We have some interesting situations and some situations I'm not quite sure what to do with. Okay, so yes. First of all, I do know what to do with Maxey, and that is play him. Play Tyrese Maxey. What's going on with his price? I mean, like, they've been pretty tight with pricing all year long, and Embiid's been out now a couple games, and Maxey's price has not moved. So, I mean, 15%, what are y'all doing even? Like, that's just nuts. That's nuts to me. There's no way he should be 15% on the slate. Honestly, I mean, it's a big slate, 8 games. I get that. But come on, dude. Ridiculous. Okay, now DeJounte has become cheap. Yeah, he's cheap. They're going against a big team. That seems fine to me. That's not like my call though. So I'm gonna make that a 50-50 thing because I don't really know why it has to be DeJounte. Just a lot of people are gonna score points in that game though. So why not? He's 7K. Yeah, he's priced less. Oh yeah, let's look at that. What's his price relative to Jalen Johnson now? 7,200. They're the same price. Okay, okay. So in that circumstance, yeah, I'm definitely gonna stick with DeJounte, even though I did see, and I am aware that Jalen Johnson had an incredible game. Let's pull that up on the popcorn machine, just because it was an incredible, incredible game. Jalen Johnson played 41 minutes, including the overtime. And yeah, just an amazing game from him. I'm just trying to see how much DeJounte played. People only played 37, and Jalen played 41 from 38. I don't love that. I don't love that Jalen Johnson and Trae Young played more minutes than DeJounte last game. Was it a foul thing? No. Not a foul thing. But it does look like he just took scheduled breaks. I don't love it that his scheduled breaks are longer than the other guys. But okay, the other guys look like they get to 36. He looks like he can get to about 33 in a standard game minutes. And he's going to score a ton of points. Yep. Okay, they got him for 35. All right. So that's probably a little bit hot for him. So I'll go to 50-50 chance that he gets those minutes and smashes because he definitely could. Also, I don't think you can project Jalen Johnson for less than DeJounte Murray now, based on that, looking that up. Because he had an incredible game, not just because of that, because of the minutes. He's got those minutes, man. Talking 36 minutes. What were they projecting him for? A little less than that, I would imagine. 34, yeah. So, 38 would be a fair projection for the additional 2 minutes. It's not going to change him being in my lineups. He's not in my lineups. Despite being a great play, despite having a great game last game, you got to put that behind you. Okay, so other great plays today, things to consider. Another thing to consider is this. Do I even have that up anymore? The Houston one? No. So we have an interesting Miami rotation if Caleb Martin is out because they just did not add another guy to the rotation and ran 8 guys and ran them into the ground. And because like one of them's Kevin Love, he's not playing much. Josh Richardson he's stuck around 20 minutes. So you got Haywood Highsmith for 35 minutes. What? Where did that come from? That was outrageous. I mean, I love this guy. He's made me money to the point where like I don't care about money at gambling anymore. You know, beyond, to say that in the good way, in the way where you're not clinging to things. But Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, but I was trying to look up that Houston game because there's a similar Houston game I had up over here. Houston game flow. Because Jabari played 47 minutes in this game. And I mean, I see that there's overtime, but that's still a lot of minutes. 47 is a tremendous amount of minutes. The other thing that's important about this game is Cam Whitmore is getting solid rotation minutes. Cam Whitmore closed in overtime. It is now officially Cam Whitmore season. Welcome everybody to Cam Whitmore season. I mean, it is core Cam Whit. Yeah, let's pop him up. Cam Whitmore is an incredible talent at scoring fantasy points. I don't know if it's true that he's a good, like, incredible talent at basketball necessarily. Probably not. It's more like the David Roddy or you got a lot of guys from Memphis that score a ton of points. I guess that's kind of relevant here too, but not as much as Cam Whitmore, who they've shown they're giving minutes to with this current rotation. He should get the minutes he's projected for here, and that makes him an incredible value. So maybe you go to 50% if you're not so sure about it, but really, given the rotations we've just seen, we have to go Jabari Smith Jr. We have to go Cam Whitmore. Now, we don't have to go Alex Caruso. I mean, he's out there. I don't love it. How much is he out there? Fine, fine. I'll bite. How much is Alex Caruso out there? Chicago, Chicago, Chicago. I know this is thrilling live content. Okay. Alex Caruso is out there 32 minutes. That's with overtime. He's out there like 27 minutes. Is he in foul trouble? He's not in foul trouble. He's out there 27 minutes. What are we doing? Oh. Oh. He's a good point per minute guy, I guess. No, they're projecting him for too many minutes. He didn't get that many minutes last game before overtime. They've got a whole, I mean, like, hold on. Is Kobe out or something? Like, if they're missing a couple point guards, then that's fine. But assuming they have all their point guards still. Kobe's here. Io's here. We would not project Alex Caruso for this many minutes. Levine is back. I mean, like, I that's a mistake. You should make sure to fix that one in your own Saber Sim. Do not play Alex Caruso today. Okay. So, I mean, watch him get there. There's obviously a chance that, whatever, Kobe gets in foul trouble. There's ways to get there. Oh, yeah, and that's the other thing I want to bring up that I figured out yesterday for the first time, how to build groups. And you build groups by having there be a bunch of pairwise things like the normal forks we do. And then you have one fork between two of the pieces of the group. And so like yesterday it was Baji. I played Baji in all my blowout lineups. And I built it so that I just did a fork with Baji and every player who I wanted to be in the non-blowout lineups. So that's one way to get around that. I mean, we have a situation here today where there is a blowout expected. Portland, Minnesota. Portland does have possibly Ayton back. That's huge because obviously we want to play Reith, we want to play Baji or something. We want to think about it if Ayton is not in. And this is a little earlier than usual. This is slate starter time, so we're gonna have stuff happen. There's 8 games. That's 16 teams. That's 16 times 15, 240 people. So they are all gonna go through a shoot around. 240 people times 5% is like, I don't know, 12 people. So you expect, I mean, just like randomly, you expect 12 people to get sick or hurt or like something at shoot around. And a couple of them might be like regular starters. So, people overreact to that and they're like, wow, why didn't we know? What I overreact to is when I find out somebody's on a soft limit. That was so frustrating. Okay, so like Philadelphia, you can't project Melton with confidence now. And I'm so frustrated about it because he's a great play, but you can't project Melton with confidence. They got him on some sort of an unspoken limit. Anytime somebody does something like that, that's against the spirit of their current rules about gambling, really frustrates me. Yes, I played a lot of Melton, but I played it with good reason. You know the court IQ on Melton. Anyway, so I'm chilling out. I'm chilling out. I also can't play. I don't know what they're doing with the center rotation. I wanted to put the fork in. I wanted to play Paul Reed, but I did just going small, and they shouldn't have gone small last game, and they went small, and I think they won or whatever. So could they go small against Sabonis? I guess. I mean, I don't think so, right? Is Paul Reed really 0.08%? I mean, I'm going back and forth. Paul Reed's a great point per minute guy, and the worst thing in the world is when I can't control the minutes. You know what I mean? Like, if Paul Reed was a backup, we wouldn't play him. And he's getting like backup minutes sometimes now. So that's the reason why he's 0.08%. But the thesis I have is that you cannot mess around like you did in the last game against, I don't know, that thesis didn't really work. I tried to do that with Rashawn Holmes. Thanks again, guys. I do appreciate all the comments in the YouTube section. Doesn't matter if it works out or not. It was still an interesting idea what to do with the Dwight Powell rotation. It turned out to be Grant Williams. It turned out to be Markeith instead of Rashawn Holmes. But you were on it, man. That was very, very clever, very interesting thinking. So thanks again. I really appreciate all the comments. Again, thank you for watching. We got like 50 to 100 guys every single day of the 200 plus subscribers. So welcome. And I hope that this is helpful at this time of day, even though a bunch of stuff will probably have happened by the time you're watching this. Please join us in the Discord as well so that you can be aware of that. Okay, Xavier Tillman. So this is the other thing. Why would you not project the kid for the minutes he's going to definitely get? They dropped Bismack Biyombo. The reason they dropped Bismack Biyombo is basically the GM saying, play Xavier Tillman more. So, I mean, you know, they're going to play Xavier Tillman more. I can't imagine he really is just going to be 11% owned on the slate. They completely threw away his backup. So, anyway, Biyombo was waived, if you missed that news. He was waived the day after starting in a game, which is why I say it's a pretty clear message from the GM, right? Stop playing that guy. Stop it. Okay. Why am I getting so much Nathan Mensah? Nick Richards is here. This is an absurd amount of Nathan Mensah. It's fine to build in a fork if you want to. They're doing a proper fork here with Mensah and Nick Richards. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's do that. Add in the fork, limited at 15% for both. I don't think there's a particularly good chance Nick Richards goes crazy. I don't think there's a particularly good chance Nathan Mensah goes crazy. But I do think there's a chance one of them goes crazy. San Antonio plays at a fast pace. And yeah, if one of them goes crazy, pretty good chance they wind up being your optimal crazy. Because they're very, I mean, Mensah, is he really min price? Wow. Okay. Okay. All right. Fine. SaberSim, you know, you're sharp. SaberSim's pretty sharp sometimes. Mensah's been in this rotation. And unless somebody's back from injury, which I don't think they are, I think this is solid. Because, like, let's go back to Charlotte's last game. I'll pull up the court IQ. Pretty sure they're splitting these minutes. Yeah. Mensah's, he got 4. He got 4.5, so he got 8.5. He would have been, oh, and he picked up more. That was foul trouble related? No. Huh. That's very curious. He played an extra stint in the first half last time that doesn't appear to be foul related for Nick Richards. I don't know what happened there. Does anybody know like Nick Richards get injured or something? But anyway, very curious extra minute and a half there that kind of screws up my ability to project Nathan Mensah. So because I would have had him at like 16 minutes, but now we got like maybe 20 minutes for just not even in foul trouble. Anyway, so he's definitely possible if there's foul trouble to get up to like 26 or something monstrous. So I agree with SaberSim. They were there first. I'm not quite as on Nathan Mensah as I was, as SaberSim was. But I didn't know he was 3,100. That's absurd. That's just wrong. And I mean, okay, you know what? The more I think about it, the closer I get to SaberSim's level of they were at like 50%. I can't really make Mensah a core play, right? Like who the heck is this guy? Completely DMP. But he kind of does. He's a good body matchup for Wembanyama. He's I don't know, man. He could totally smash. He could also totally DNP. So I don't know if 40%'s a lot. I don't think he could DNP. He's been playing in pretty much every game. That's why I don't understand how he got to be min price. We got some weird pricing situations here. Anyway, so now that I've gone forth and back on Mensah, yeah, DeJounte Murray, I don't know if we talked about this on air. Okay. Jalen Green. No. We're never going to wind up being 40% Jalen Green. Fine with 15% Jalen Green any night. Same principle. Dude can hit his shots. If he doesn't hit his shots, he could really punish you. Okay. Okay. 30% Trey Lyles. Is he like, okay, he got really cheap again? Yeah, okay. He's really cheap. I withdraw my concern. Let's look at group rules just to make sure. I'm only leaving 200 on the table. You can do 100 if you want, if you're feeling a little frisky. You want to do like just the best ones. The only rule I have is max 2 out of 3 Minnesota bigs. I think that's an important one today. They are in a blowout game, but I think they can't blow anybody out. I mean, like, let's look up Minnesota. Because I looked at their like No Timberwolves. Um, I looked at their, okay, they beat the Magic by 20. I don't know if starters, okay, they beat the Rockets by 27. I was looking at, well, because, yeah, I was looking at their lineup, and I just don't feel like they can blow teams out that much. But here they got two blowouts in the last like month, three blowouts if you count the Pacers. But that's the thing, all these blowouts aren't really like we saw last night, right? Like maybe this Rockets one is a little over 20. But last night those games were like 40 and stuff. That's where you start to lose major value. So I don't know if we're losing major value for them. Anyway, I'm fine with having some Minnesota guys. It doesn't look like I got there in this first. Yeah, I don't have any Minnesota guys in this current round of things. So, but again, Nas Reed at like 20%. I got. Oh yeah, here's another thing. So Jaren Jackson Jr. is way too low owned today. So I'm not taking that big of a stand. I guess 6x the field. But what do you? This is probably not going to stand. I bet this is just wrong ownership from SaberSim, probably. But besides Xavier Tillman, the other guy who needs to be being projected for more points with Jaw off the court is, I mean, let me double check. Maybe this year has been different, but Triple J is just a much better, like more of the offense runs through him when Jaw is out. Now it does make him also possible that he gets in foul trouble is a bigger part of this. And he's not at the 5 now, assuming that Tillman starts, because that seems to be what they're look at. Oh wait. Jaren Jackson off the court. No, no, no. I wanted what's his name? Jaw off the court. Ugh, that's hair or something. We're feeling a little back from the cold, so hopefully I'm not sounding as weird. Yep, look at that. So that's what I'm saying. Bane and Jaren Jackson are the same guy. So the only reason that they're projecting Jaren Jackson for less points in SaberSim and in your favorite whatever optimizer is that he's getting more minutes. And yeah, that could be true. But you know what could also be true? Jaren Jackson could smash. Do you guys have you never watched basketball? Like this kid smashes all the time. And like this is a pretty good matchup for Jaren Jackson. Also, his matchup is the Clippers, and I didn't see Zubats. Zubats is still being disrespected. These people will never stop disrespecting Zubats. I've got to add Zubats into the pool. I might need a fork. I think I have a problem now with the Zubats fork, which is that Plumlee has been activated. So I don't know for sure how long it's going to be Theis because Plumlee's a better player, I think. I mean, it depends on how he is after the injury, but anyway, so let's look at also, I want to double check myself on Zubats minutes in the last game and that I didn't forget something and he changed the rotation. Zubats got 31 minutes. He was pulled after one foul. He was pulled. Yeah, he got 31 minutes. That's a lot of minutes for Zubats. You can't project him for 29 points in 31 minutes. They are doing that. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, I think that's a misunderstanding of an upside game from Zubats. An upside game from Zubats is still attractive to me. So, but yeah, I should also add the max 2 out of 3 rule for the wait, what? What happened to all my rules? Group rules. Okay. Yeah, so it happens to the best of us. Max 2 out of 3 Clippers is what I'm looking for here. Yep, okay, got it. So my rules are set. I'm gonna add like a sprinkle of Zubats, but you guys get it. You know what the slate's about. I already told you what the slate's about. Let's go ahead and rehash that. I don't think anything else down here at the 0 level. Yeah, nothing else matters. The slate's about Maxey. The slate's about Cam Whitmore season, and it's about Jabari Smith minutes. What's happening with this guy? So besides that, you can get to DeJounte is the same price now as Jalen Johnson, so that was hilarious. Play some Xavier Tillman, and remember, you're good enough, you're strong enough, and gosh darn it, someone's got to win that money. Might as well be us.